No, I probably should have just did yeah.
Keep your hands ringing.
Hell no, all you gonna do is smoke it up. No, man, smoke. No, I don't smoke no more, man. I love me. Come on, man. About this 40 ounce for my birthday. Today your birthday? What's today? Hey, come on. Oh, I'm shot. Fuck me. Papers. That's what, huh? Hey, you fix for me. I ain't got no money. I ain't got nothing. Man, you owe me $2. Hey. Right now, for $20. Man, get your punk ass up. It ain't even wet over here. Hey, well, look here, man. Just give me $10 and I won't say it.
It ain't even wet over here. Oh shit. Get your punk ass up. It ain't even wet over here.
See your hands. Stay in the car. Let me see your other hand.
I'm sorry.
I see your hands. Stay in the car. Let me see your other hand.
I'm sorry.
Let me see your other hand. Both hands. Put your hands up right now. Let me see your other hand. Put your hand up there. Put your hand up there. Hands on the wheel. Hands on the wheel. Officers in the car. Put your foot back in.
God dang, man. Man, I got shot the same way, so.
Okay, well, when I say let me see your hands, you put your hands up. Got them?
Dang, man.
Put your hands on top of your head.
Man, someone got shot like that.
Hands on top of your head. Hands on top of your head. Step out of the vehicle.
I guess by now everybody done seen it, and I've been saying it from day one. Like anybody who know crackheads, and I ain't talking about you are crackheads. Obviously they gonna lie because they're crackheads. That's why we treat crackheads like that. I'm talking about way before you even graduated high school. These niggas coming at you back in the day when VCRs was hot. I don't mean hot stolen. Well, they were stolen. I mean hot like popular, still popular. You know, you're a youngster. You know, you might be whatever, doing whatever, hustling. They know you got. They come at you with a fucking VCR trying to beat you for it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's like, no, nigga, come back with money. Not with no, you know, just because you young, they thought you was stupid. They tried to play you, you know, with a video. Or let me, you know, hold this until I come back later. Because you young and they fucking grown. They 20-something or however, 30. They try to play. That's why I'm trying to tell you. That's why I said from the beginning, I knew they was full of shit. I ain't even know about the toxicology report. None of that shit. You know, you just know how geek monsters, crackheads try to play you and shit. You know, not just the whoever, the hustlers, the fucking police. It is not we're on the police side. You just know this nigga trying to get over. And you know, as far as him dying, You know, like I said, that's something back in the day before the Democrats were so desperate. There wouldn't have been nationwide. The only people that would have known about George Floyd dying would have been his family and folks around in the immediate neighborhood who know him. Because they just would have sued the city, got their little money. We all would have saw them spending the money, more than likely, because the only people we know who got settlements from the police for police brutality, and this is not no whatever, you looked at them like, you know, like they didn't care about whoever died. And I'm talking about this is how real black folks are. This from personal experience. And it's not even somebody else would point it out. This bitch just bought a new fucking Suburban. You know what I'm saying? I thought, you know, you thinking they cared about whoever died. And you know, they got a new car, a new Suburban. Then the money gone. And this is true story. You know, the money gone within 8 months. The settlement. That's why, you know, real black folk, we never even get in no situation with your whole family, you know, and that's why it's like that whole George Floyd was a situation, it was perfect, really. They thought it was perfect for them. It was perfect for real black people. Because they couldn't say, well, wait till it happens to one of your family members. Everybody with common sense, no, bitch, that's not going to happen to nobody I know in my family, not because I'm prayed up. Because it just doesn't happen. As a kid, as a teenager, no. This does not happen. You can make all the fake black movies. Didn't they make a movie 2 years ago about the kids and da-da-da-da-da? They were driving and got pulled over. All that is always in Hollywood, California. I'm talking about the movie. Not they made the movie in California, but it's, you know, the setting of the movie is in LA or some shit, right? And they two teenagers, not, you know, they make it so wholesome. You know, they on a prom date and they getting the girl scared. Oh, you gotta just do what they say. That's that liberal shit from the 80s. Y'all liberal Democrat, y'all been living with that Democrat shit since the 80s. The Rodney King in the 90s. That shit didn't happen down south, you know what I'm saying? I remember Rodney King, who wasn't nothing. Nobody was, oh, we got to protest and riot because of Rodney King. None of that. It was none of that. Why? It's not because we didn't see the video. It's because we none of us went through that. We had no goddamn experience with the police like that. We had people. You got experience with the police, but you don't have that where you're getting beat and all this and that. No, none of that. Normally, you knew you did. Yeah, basically, you knew you was in trouble. You caught. You knew you was caught. And it wasn't no, you know, come here, and they beat you and pull a gun on you and beat you and choked you. None of that shit. So that's why the Rodney King was like, well, you really couldn't feel it. That's how, nowadays they call it fake outrage. That's how we knew it was fake outrage. You had no reason. You can't manufacture that outrage. You had no reason to. We know you're fake. It's like a person like George Floyd. Let me lay down. Because, you know, this and that. Didn't I say it from the beginning? You know, it's like, man, get your punk ass up. You know, remember I kept saying, this big 6 foot ass nigga, 6'5". He was ODing. He probably did. You know, he got that you know, that feeling of doom. Probably was. He felt he was dying, but it had nothing to do with the cop. He was dying because of all that shit in the system. That's what he was afraid of. He felt like he was dying. Well, he didn't feel like he was dying. He knew he was dying. It wasn't because the cop. Yeah, I guess maybe it is a little bit more intensified. I don't think so. Any sane person, you know, you somehow a drug mule and that shit, you know, because you'll realize that shit must, you know, you ODing. You don't have to do drugs, right? So the cop come, more than likely, you gonna fucking turn into a snitch on yourself. So he help you. You're not gonna still be worried about you. At that time, you feel like you dying. You gonna be like, whoa, call an ambulance, please. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's how that shit look at the fuck nigga. They love showing up. But you gonna turn into a snitch on yourself. So he call an ambulance. And look, the cop might not, that I can see that happen. The cop think he just bullshitting, trying to get out of a charge. And what he does is just throws him in the back of the car, and he keeps asking to go. I seen shit like that. We heard about scenarios like that where the nigga really is in distress, and the cop doesn't help him out. He just takes him to booking, and booking don't help him. The nurses and all that shit, and you hear about them type of stories. And usually, what it's not no police bureau, racism, blah blah blah. Because, like I said, it's you live in a Democrat city. All the people that work, all the people that work in the city jail is black. The motherfuckers ain't giving up no city check. They getting paid. They city employees. They all black. So, and they're the ones who wouldn't have believed them. Oh, get your big ass up, and he would have died because he was ODing. And they would have let him die. And that's normally where it would have ended. The family would have sued, got their little $200,000, and that should have been it. But this shit, just like now y'all stupid motherfuckers are starting to realize, we been told you it was just these Democrats trying to take over because they ain't did shit in 30, 40, 50, 60 years that they've been running these cities. And somebody exposed them, an outsider. Trump, been told y'all, but y'all so fucking emotional. Y'all supposed to be men. Y'all supposed to be males like that little bitch that just pulled up. You supposed to be a man. Instead, you thinking with your emotion. You ain't even thinking with your little head. You ain't even thinking with your dick. You thinking like a bitch, period. You thinking with emotion. You ain't even thinking with your dick. Hell, I can give you a little bit of credit if you was doing it for some pussy. You ain't even doing it for some pussy. Or no money. You ain't even thinking with your little head. You just emotional, like a bitch. Period. Oh, it's like these niggas ain't no street niggas, ain't no real niggas. They some fucking crackheads, because they would know, like I know, crackheads get done way worse than what the police do. Because really, crackheads don't even have dealings with the police too much, because they're crackheads. They don't go after crackheads, they go after the drug dealer. Remember, that's been the whole thing since the invention of crack. Since the 80s, they go after the dealers. They don't go after the fucking crackhead. Crackheads don't have dealings with the police. There ain't no police brutality because they don't even go after the fucking crackheads. Crackheads get done like that by the fucking D-boys they didn't play. They didn't pay. Who credited them and told them they paid them they fucking $50 on Friday and didn't pay they $50 because it's Friday. They beat the shit out of that crackhead. And what's the joke? You gonna tire yourself out. You can't beat a crackhead because they crackheads. They don't feel no pain. You gonna tire yourself out. You ain't doing shit trying to whoop this nigga. Especially George Floyd, that nigga big 6'5". But you see he was effeminate. You see he was scary. Oh, please don't take me back there. He's 6'5". Crackhead. He used to getting beat up by the dope dealers. And he used to doing whatever to get the free drugs. And y'all fucking sold y'all souls for this shit. There's this fake racism. And it wasn't, like I said, it's like you get tired of all these fake ass niggas trying to act like they gangster. But if you so gangster, why you worried about racism? You would have done this shit. You've been making your money regardless. Fake ass nigga, ain't nobody got time for y'all trying to this fake ass. That's why I knew it wouldn't last. How long this shit lasted? 5 months? And this video, supposedly the one that just got released, was leaked. It wasn't never supposed. Sounds like it wasn't never supposed to come out. But the whole time, because actually the transcript was released, but y'all didn't believe the transcript. The transcript said the same thing, obviously. Oh, these racist cops. Like, bitch, you ain't never had no dealings with no cops, period. And you doing all this bullshit. Woo, y'all. What? Like all of a sudden, like fake ass niggas decided to unite and be something, follow behind. That's what I'm saying. How you gonna unite with Antifa? So a bunch of gay ass white boys, Antifa, and lesbians, that's who y'all unite with. That is like the weakest shit, It's just so, and then, yeah, we your worst nightmare. No, bitch, ain't nobody scared of you. You keep coming at us. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about, right? This one chick, she's the DA. They done busted her, but like I said, people getting tired of these so-called investigations. They announce she's under investigation, and everybody's like, yeah, whatever. Y'all ain't finna. Trust me, something finna happen, but it ain't gonna be y'all. We ain't depending on y'all to do this shit no more. I guarantee. Y'all keep playing with everybody. Y'all announce all these investigations and shit like that. Is not finna end well for any of you politicians. I would think, yeah, it's really starting to look like y'all joking and making jokes. Like, oh, what are you going? Yeah, this.
It is unprecedented.